everyone, and welcome back to another Building Kashyyyk weekly segment. So guys, this week we have a lot to show, and when I say we, of course I mean I. But anyhow, mountain on the side, done. As I said last week, more or less I would get it done this week. I absolutely did. And so that is a really cool visual site, so we'll be checking that out in just a second. We're starting to definitely convert into working on the back area. So that's going to be kind of more of the focus of this week and the following weeks to come. So we're going to stop really kind of working on the front mountain area. We're going to work on the back for a while and see how that goes. I think it's actually going to be quite cool, especially off that drawing I showed. I think a lot of you really enjoyed that. A lot of you had a lot of questions of how I'm going to make that stuff and how it's all going to kind of work together. And that's the really cool, special part that you guys just can't necessarily see what I'm seeing, and that's kind of a cool thing, because then that means you're going to get really cool, really surprised off that. So that's really cool. But anyhow, guys, let's get right into the video right now with the side of the mountain, and there's plenty more on to show after that. So without you guys, let's get right into it right now.
Alright everybody, so the first thing that is up is that I have finished this side of the wall. So it's very exciting. So that means at this time the entire wall is at this height all the way across. Sadly, we're not done with the rock wall. We still have to build it literally twice the size on top here, but that's gonna happen at a later date when everything on the inside has kind of gotten up to this height as well. So anyhow, that is what it looks like. Pretty cool. So suddenly the Kashyyyk tree doesn't look, it still looks big obviously, and but at least it has something behind it, and there's a little figure right there. But anyhow, I have to say it looks really awesome now that all of the mountain kind of thing is built all along. So that's really awesome. And now what that means is that we're going to take a break from the outside of Kashyyyk, which is a bit messy at the moment, but I'm sure to clean it up soon. The reason why it's so messy is because we're focusing on the inside now. Remember how the inside was messy? Well, now the outside's going to get a little more messy. And then obviously when we're done, it'll look all nice. But anyhow, it's really nice to see the wall finished right there. So that's really cool. And you know, just seeing Kashyyyk the way it is right now is absolutely awesome. Ignore this. But yeah, it really makes me happy to see the progress of Kashyyyk like this. So it's very awesome, and it looks extremely cool. So yeah, and that other thing right there, that thing, it's gonna go right here, right there, but I'm gonna actually build it up a little higher before I put it there. So I'm waiting, but the other one should go in soon, but I don't think it'll be for a little bit until we get the inside going for the most part. But anyhow, that is what it looks like now, guys. Full finished mountain, at least the first part of the full finished mountain. So now it's time to build this. quite fun. Alright everybody, let's get going. So guys, this is the inside. So there's the Kashyyyk wall, or mountain, whatever you want to call it. And this is what the inside is looking at the moment. So I know it doesn't look as spiffy and spanny as it should be, but it definitely is a lot more cleaned up and a lot more workable space. Probably gonna tear down this, if anybody of you remembered that. I'm gonna probably tear that down. And then this is what I've been working on right here. This is that section that we're gonna work on for the next 2 or 3 weeks and hopefully get it done. It might take a little longer depending if I need more parts for a certain area. But this is what we're going to be working on for the most part. I am going to start kind of getting an idea what to do here, so we'll experiment with that as well. But this is going to definitely be the main part where we build up 2 levels, which will get to the height of this, 2 levels there's the first level. I think I showed that in the last video. That first level is right there, and then there'll be a second level reaching the height of that trooper right there. So that is what we're going to be working on, and we're going to fill it up with a lot of details, a lot of special techniques are going to get used, and I'm going to show you how I kind of fit everything in to work with each other. So this will be exciting. And then of course this not so pleasantly nice to look at wall on both sides will be covered up completely. It won't even look like it was there. So that's very cool. We'll come back to this. I'm going to do some work on this, and we'll come back to it a bit later in the segment. But yeah, so I'm working on this. Basically, at the moment I've just got these wires down. I've kind of just made it look nice now. Basically, wasn't so messy. And I brought the wires out to here, and then I just kind of just wired it right here. You can kind of see how that was done. And then what's nice is I wired it right here, and so I hid the wire right here. So whenever I do need to open, the automatic doors, it's easy as just pulling it out under this little thing right here and plugging it into the that thing right there. So it's nice. I specifically did that so I was able to kind of hide it, especially while building. That would get annoying if it was all over the place when I was building right here. Now I'm sure a lot of you were like, why am I using these bricks over some other brick? Honestly, the reason why I'm using these 1x8 bricks is simply because I just have a whole bunch of them. I was meaning to buy these new. By accident, I forgot that they were used, and because they were used, a lot of when you buy used white Lego bricks, a lot of times they'll be yellowed down. There'll be cracks are visible even more, and you can see the damage. On other bricks used, you don't really tend to see the damage as much. It's primarily white that you see it. So I didn't know that, so I never really had it used to these bricks until now. So hey, if you got bricks that you aren't really thinking of using, and all of this white's going to be covered up, so it really doesn't matter, then definitely utilize it. I don't have too many left, so I'll be using other bricks as well. It really doesn't matter because this is all what's going under the platform. Now, why is there so many layers like that? Why haven't I spread it thin? Well, guys, once I build up the two levels right here, when these mountains start to kind of start to build up higher at a slant this way, the mountains are more or less, they're going to be slanted a lot more than this. And I think we're actually going to try, I'm going to try at least to get to somewhere around this way, all the way up at the top height. So it'll look cool. We might put some turrets and cool stuff on. I have some ideas that I think a lot of you will like. But anyhow, back to this. The reason why I'm utilizing so many layers like this, so many bing, 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 is because so much weight is going to be on it. This needs to be extremely sturdy. Other parts, I'm not going to need to make it as sturdy because it's not going to be holding up a giant rock wall. So that's why I'm utilizing as many bricks as possible and very sturdy techniques to make sure the bricks don't fall apart or there is some type of malfunction or whatever. Like say I put all this weight on, something breaks, like one of those columns over there, that would be very bad. You don't want that to happen. So it's technically you're using more money to do this, but at the same time you're saving yourself from a lot of work that might happen. I mean, you could maybe get away. Everybody can get away with some crappy techniques every now and then, but to me, on a project like this, the risk isn't worth it. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna have a lot of load, the same purposes for construction of houses and real life structures in engineering is that if you just put up a couple beams and you call it a day and you don't have a large beam to hold up all the second floor's weight, more or less, if some type of hurricane, at first it might seem like it holds, but then it starts to kind of bend downwards and start to get like a bending in the ceiling, and that's because the load bearing weight is starting to kind of just dissipate, I guess you could say. So the same rules apply for Lego. Now Lego's obviously a little more, it's not a little more, you know, they stack together and they stay together for the most part, but the same principles still apply for anything, especially for model building. Like if you guys ever seen a what's it called? It's fossil wood model building. A lot of people use that for architecture structures, miniature structures. Same principles apply. Same with Lego, even though they do stick together. So that's something I always think about, and that's something you guys probably should think about as well if you have a lot of weight going down on whatever structure building. So if you're going to have a gunship on top of your base, you need to build it strong. That way it doesn't break on you. Anyhow, guys, that's about it for this. We'll come back to it in a bit. Let's go ahead and move on. So looking back onto the drawing I showed you guys last week, a lot of you had a question on what exactly this is. It's kind of like carved into the Kashyyyk mountain. It's kind of carved into it and has that kind of circular room to it. And this is kind of what I had in mind right here. Back away. So that is what I kind of have in mind. But you have to envision it that it's inside like one of the rock walls. A rock wall would obviously be right there where this is at, but this would be kind of in it, if that makes sense. So I've kind of went ahead and started experimenting with window ideas. I might use different window pieces, but at the moment I use upside down car windows, and they tend to actually work pretty well. So you can actually see that right there. And as for making this curvy, I just have a whole bunch of those hinge pieces on the bottom. And then I have some hinge pieces like this on the top, because this is not the same height as this, so the way it bends is differently. So that's why I did that right there. And I have these little plates at top, just as extra, just keeping it all weight, just weight balance and all that. And then just ignore all of this and this. It's not gonna look like that. The example is just the window itself. I don't know, just having the idea of it would be kind of like a comm center and just check out the battle, I guess you could say. They could obviously directly everything that's coming at them. So it's kind of like a comm center, I guess you could say, is what I had in mind for right here. So as you can see, it's kind of just literally in rock. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to do. But the thing is, I don't know if it really works with Kashyyyk. Might work with something else, but you know, we have all these wooden structures, so I'm not necessarily sure whether I should put this in. So it's kind of an experimental project. I kind of want to. I'd really actually like to, but the problem is you have to think that, well, the environment that you're building in, would there actually be something like this in it? So I'll let you guys decide below. As another yes or no question. Should this circular round comm center be in this, you know, rock wall? It's going to be a little higher up, but that's about where it's going to be. And obviously rock wall is going to be all around it. So it'd be like this, but having that literally in it, and you would see it like that. So let me know if you guys like the look, you like the idea. Also, I want you to consider, would you actually see something on Kashyyyk looking like that? So I'll let you guys decide below. Now, again, I've seen Clone Wars bases actually in the Clone Wars show have these type of windows in their bases and have the comm center and stuff like that. So it has been used, so keep that in mind. Anyhow, guys, I just wanted to show that to you and get your full opinion on that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. Okay guys, so the second to last thing I wanted to show you is I got this large Bricklink order in. Now I'm not going to go ahead and go through everything and show you what I got. You'll be able to see the parts and what they're used for in the following segments. Pretty much all these parts are going to be used for the inside of the base. I didn't really like how the person I bought it from, they put it in these like weird kind of like wrapped up bags. And then some of the parts he actually did put them in the nice clear bags where I could show you stuff. But As you can see, I got a lot of nice small parts, and I'm going to definitely be utilizing that for the most part. Something I actually I've never seen this Lego piece before. I didn't even know Lego had made this Lego piece before. So I'm definitely going to utilize this to my advantage. It's actually really cool. I don't even know if it's a new piece or not, but I'm sure some of you have seen this piece before. I have never seen this piece before. I'm pretty darn sure it's never been used in a Lego Star Wars set, because I have built quite a lot of them and I've never really seen this piece. I usually remember pieces, and I don't specifically remember this piece, so don't know if this is a new piece or not, but hey, I'm going to use this in Kashyyyk in some cool way. Got a couple of them. They were pretty expensive, but that'll be really cool. Now the big thing is I have these. I have these beams that stick together kind of like that. I got these, but the cool thing is I got a bunch of these panels. These are literally just giant panels. They're really thick. They're really rare to come in Lego sets because there's such a big mold and a lot of moldings involved in this. But anyhow, I have a couple of these, some of these, but the point of these things, I got the black ones too down here. The point of them, we're going to take a couple. Alright, slip out of my hand like that. Take a couple of them. Let's make our way over here. And when we get to finishing this area, once we get up to the second floor, I'm going to distribute these at the top right here. And these will act as giant beams, basically. And they'll be distributed all down here. And these will be great beams to hold up all of the weight that the mountain's going to eventually get on top of these. So it's pretty cool. I just thought I'd let you guys know what I'm doing with that. These plates are really great, actually. They really work for a lot of great things. The thing is they're really expensive, so I'm limited to how many I buy. But I'm definitely going to utilize the ones I do have, and I thought that'd be kind of a cool part to use. So thought I'd share that with you guys. Anyhow, that Bricklink order is definitely going to be utilizing quite a lot. I have some rail pieces and a lot of small little pieces for the inside. Get that really cool comm center look. So a lot of cool things coming. Anyhow, guys, let's finish it out with our last segment, and then we're going to finish it out with me. So let's go. Alright, guys, so the last thing I just wanted to quickly show is basically kind of just the outline of this two-story kind of comm center thing is going to be. Just finish the outline. I want to show you that to you guys. So looks pretty cool. There's going to be 2 more layers of plates to go on top of this layer of plates that I already have all the way down. So there is still plenty, and I mean plenty, of work to do on this. Definitely going to need to order some more parts, mostly bricks. Found some of these bricks right here, and so I utilized those underneath. So that's nice, but this is not even nearly enough to cover up the entire what we need it to do. And I pretty much almost ran out of those white bricks, so I'm gonna need some more parts. But yeah, so that's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and let's go ahead and end it out. Let's go, guys.
Alright, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the segment. Pretty cool stuff. We definitely took a look at some experimental ideas. Of course, the mountain being done, and starting to work on those double stories next to the mountain on the back wall over there. So that was really exciting and really cool. And in fact, obviously I'm going to need some more bricks to start really getting into that. I have some ideas of some designs I want to use, so it's going to be experimental on how that kind of works, because I don't want to just build up a bunch of walls, like straight walls, and no design or detail or lights or anything. That's just boring. I could get it done in a week and it looks so boring. So we're going to spend a couple of weeks on the back and definitely experiment different ideas and see what looks the best. I'm going to ask you guys opinions about some different things I'll be building. See what you guys vote for. So it's very important that you guys stay right here on Kashyyyk, because I'm going to need a lot of you guys' help with some of the things I'm going to be building. So really important. Now another cool thing is on a different subject, some new videos are going to be coming to my channel in the next couple weeks, and that is going to have a huge impact on what happens with everything in the next couple weeks. So just thought I'd put that out there. There's going to be some videos coming out soon that aren't Kashyyyk and that aren't reviews. So just be ready for something you wouldn't be expecting. But anyhow, guys, back to Kashyyyk. Next week we're going to again focus pretty much primarily on the back. We're going to be focusing on that area. Definitely going to get back into the lights, so that'll be really cool, and just see how everything works. I'm looking forward to that. So guys, kind of a mid-range, not the longest segment, but anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, big thumbs up. Of course, stay subscribed to here at the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the button down below, guys. That way you can see all the following segments of Kashyyyk to come, because we still have plenty of more building to go. So really exciting, really looking forward to it. Stay right here, guys. There's more to come. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in next week's segment. You guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.